Hey, how are you doing? I'm going to do a video on the things they say that professional chefs never do, or the rules that professional chefs follow when they go out to eat themselves. And first thing they mentioned was, well, that wasn't the first one. Don't get the special, because the special is usually food from the night before and they're just trying to get rid of it, and you don't want to eat the old food. They say don't get fish on Monday. Fish is never delivered on Sunday or Monday. The fishermen take those days off. They fix their nets, they fix their boats, and if you order fish on Monday, you're getting fish that was probably delivered on probably Thursday or Friday. So fish on Monday is out, and they never order the swordfish because the swordfish has a lot of parasites and bacteria, and they say you can get really sick from the swordfish if it's not handled properly. Okay, this is foie gras. This is fatty liver, and it's done when they take a goose and they stretch its neck, and then they force feed food into the goose, far more than the goose can handle, and over time it gets this fatty liver, which people, especially in England, loved. And it's not good for your health, and it's certainly torture for the goose, and not necessary. We don't need this. And Prince Charles has just said he has forbidden this in any of the royal castles. It will never be served during his reign, and I think that's a good idea. No one needs that stuff. And then they say, let's see what this one is. Bowls of salty snacks. You don't want that. A lot of times they reuse this stuff. They take it from one table to the next, and so it is possibly loaded with bacteria, and you don't want to eat these things. Plus, they're going to fill you up. They're cheap, and this is not really what you want to come out for. So, multiple reasons you don't want to eat the bowls of salty snacks. This is truffle oil, and a lot of people, especially on TV and stuff, you might see them fix something and then they cover it at the end with truffle oil. Well, it sounds expensive, it sounds good, it sounds elegant, high class. But the truth is, most of the truffle oil is made from chemicals, and the chemicals try to imitate the truffles. But it is not truffle oil, it is just a chemically produced oil that they put over the food. So you don't want that, and you should avoid the truffle oil when you go out to eat. Chefs say they don't like pizza with pineapple on it. I've never really had pineapple pizza. I know some people like it, but they say it is not a good thing to order, and that the pineapple should be served separately as a dessert or some other side, but should not appear on a pizza. And so a chef would probably almost never order pizza with pineapple on it. A well done steak. These sometimes the steaks are come out and they still are cooking on a hot plate, and you can see it sizzle, and it certainly looks great presentation at the table. But the truth is, a lot of the well done steaks are inferior pieces of meat. They may be tougher and they break down with increased cooking, or it could be older meat, so you can't see the brown on the meat. Most meat in a restaurant, if you want the good, better cuts, you have to order it on the rare side, medium rare, or something like that. So that's a discouragement. A lot of people don't want rare meat because it does have possibility of parasites in the meat. But for whatever reason, if you want the better cuts of meat in a restaurant, you're probably going to find them in the rare state, not in the well done or burnt, as some people like to eat their meat. Plus, when you burn your meat, you do get some toxins that are formed in the burning process. So that might always also be a discouragement. The soup. The soup bowl that can come before dinner or whatever. The soup bowl a lot of times has old ingredients in it. It's very inexpensive to make, and it does make a nice presentation, but it is just a way of giving you another thing to eat during your meal, but the ingredients are not going to be fresh usually, so they avoid the soup bowl. Plus, it does have a lot of times a lot of sodium in it. Hollandaise sauce. They say the hollandaise sauce has to be made fresh, and it doesn't last long. So it has eggs and oil and so forth in it, but if you are a bruncher and you get your brunch around 11, well, that hollandaise has been sitting out for hours and is a potential source of high bacteria, which can make you sick. If it's a fake hollandaise sauce, it may not be so tasty, and it may not be what you're thinking about getting. So hollandaise sauce is a no-no for chefs. Okay, the food bar, the buffet. These buffets, the food are all different. There are cold items, there are hot items, all kinds of things, and it's very hard for a restaurant to get all of the foods at the proper temperature and keep it at the proper temperature for many hours, so that you're getting foods that are being stored improperly, and they're going to have additional bacterial growth and additional chances for making you sick. Plus, people tend to pick around on the food bar, and that little window that they put up to help shield the food bar from contamination does not do much to help keep the food safe. Rolls at the table. People pick over the rolls. They look good, they might taste yummy, but a lot of times the rolls have been passed from table to table. Whatever you don't use might go to somebody else's table, so it's not good to pick up the rolls. Again, the salad bar, same thing as the buffet. It's been picked over. The stuff has all been sitting out for a long time, and people can cough, sneeze, talk over the food, and so it is not a healthy choice. So people do not like, if you are a chef, usually don't like the salad bar. Now, desserts. Chefs don't like the dessert tables because they feel, again, they're a great source of bacteria, improper handling, and they don't really like to indulge in the big desserts at the end of a meal. So these are the things I saw, and how do they fit with you? I know I follow one of the rules. Let's see, I think it's here. I never ever send food back. I know when I'm unhappy with a meal or unhappy with something I got, I just either keep it and don't eat it, or eat it, eat what I can from the plate. But I don't send food back, because some of the chefs get insulted and they might mishandle your food or do something just negative because they're angry with you or they're fighting in the kitchen or whatever. So I never send food back, but that's one rule I do have. So maybe this helps you with picking food from restaurants. Please like and subscribe and let me know what you think. Bye.